everyone, welcome to week 6 of The Artist Way. Just jumping in here with a real quick little intro because when I filmed week 6 I thought I was going to combine it with week 5, but then I actually ended up having too much footage, so they are staying as separate videos. But yeah, so if I say anything that makes it seem like I thought that's what was happening, that's why. Let me actually just go ahead and see what the title for week 6 is. Welcome to week 6 of The Artist Way. So this week we have recovering a sense of abundance. Oh, that looks good. Okay, that sounds nice. That one, I feel like some of them I've been like, that one sounds fun, you know? What have we got? The sections are the great creator, luxury, counting and exercise, money, madness and exercise, and then the tasks and the check-in. Okay, I'll be interested. I'll probably read that through later and do the tasks and stuff, but okay. Now I've got to go because the post office is open and I need to apply for a new passport, so see you later. Hey guys, we are on day 2 now of week 6. Day 2? Yes, it's Tuesday. And I just wanted to check in because yesterday was actually the first day where I didn't write my morning pages. And basically the reason was I had finished my notebook, but I was out at work yesterday and I thought, fine, on my break, I'll go out and get a notebook and then I'll just do my pages like in the afternoon. I've done that a bunch, it's fine. But then I just didn't get round to getting the notebook. And I even thought, you know what, fine, I'll just write them on like some paper and then I'll just like even stick them into the front page of my notebook when I get it, no problem. And then I just forgot to do that. And honestly, I just realised that if I hadn't been so like perfection mindset from the outset, that wouldn't have happened because my main concern was I was like, but I need to write them in a notebook. I can't just like write them elsewhere. Like I wanted my format to be the same. And like, I understand why, like it, you know, like sure. But at the end of the day, what matters is the writing, not where you do it or how you do it, like on what kind of paper. So yeah, that was a lesson learned, I think. And you know, I even by the, you know, midpoint of the day, I was like, okay, fine, like I'll just, you know, write them on some paper. And then I just didn't, because by that point it was out of my mind and like I should have done it first thing just on a piece of paper and then I wouldn't have forgotten. But anyway, it's also good for me to have not done one now because now I haven't like 100%ed. And that means I can't be obsessed with 100%ing. So that's good. I did just also want to mention that I think it was like now, I think in week 3 maybe, one of the tasks was like list some of your favorite childhood foods and then she suggested getting some. And I was speaking in the vlog about how I was maybe going to have like veggie fingers, chips, peas, which I did. Such a nostalgic dinner, definitely something I still have time to time anyway. And also something that I've mentioned was getting those pink wafers. Now, if you don't know what I mean, I did get them and I'll insert a clip. They are just so childhood nostalgia to me and I feel like they're not even quite as good as I thought they were. You know what I mean? But like still delicious. So I've been having a few of those, which has been nice. But I just thought I'd put that in there because I said in that video that I was going to and then didn't get round to it in that week. So yeah, that's something I've been up to. But yeah, I feel like for the most part I may as well just eat exactly like I did as a child anyway. Like I don't think much has changed in that arena. Actually, while I'm here, I've just realised I've not thought about my artist date for the week. I would randomise, but my laptop is currently like taking off to the stratosphere, trying to export my last video, but let me just go and grab it. It might just be a bit loud. Okay, it's gonna have a hissy at me because I've just unplugged it as well, and it definitely likes to be plugged in for the exporting, but I think I will just random generate my artist date now while we're here together. Why not? All right, so as usual, I've got my list of like 51 artist date ideas and I'm gonna random number generate, and this week I have, 7. That is what I did last week. So I'll just draw again. 5. Okay, what have we got? Oh, a perfect one. Oh, the way I wanted this to come up. Randomize a film on a streaming service and watch. So I love the idea of this one because it could be something that I absolutely would never consider watching. I also don't know if I'm even gonna specify that it has to be, well, I guess I will have to specify film because otherwise I'll get like a 20 series episode TV drama or something. I was gonna say because like documentaries could be included, but I'll have to think about how I'm gonna do that. But yeah, we'll randomize the streaming service and then I'll figure out a way of like random generating what to watch on there. Oh, what a thrill. Oh, this is an easy one. I'm excited. Because as much as this is like, you know, I'm looking forward to this, it could be something that I would absolutely never choose to watch, in which case it might be like, I don't know, a bit of a slog, or it might just be more of like a trying to love someone else's favorite style, you know what I mean? Like trying to see the good in something you would usually not like, that kind of thing. Okay, fun. Right, I'm glad I did this. See you later in the week for movie time. Today is Artist Date Day. You'll have just seen me decorating my new notebook. I really wanted to like cover it in a bunch of stickers, and I was actually going to use the new ones I got in my first Artist Date week 1, but I couldn't find them. I realised literally like actually the second I finished this, like it could not have been more immediate. I was like, oh, I know exactly where they are. But it was actually quite nice because I used a bunch of like these stickers that I've genuinely had most of these since I was a child. Like, I just feel like I've always been such like I'm so precious with stickers. And I even found myself doing that now. Like there is a little, I don't even know what I got it with, like a card or something, a little set of stickers. And I just couldn't bring myself to use a single one of them. Because to me, that like they are still new. I mean, it was a few years ago, but they're still new. Whereas these, genuinely, all of these, like, under 10 years old when I got them. So that's really cool. And I think it's really cute. I feel like it really is in keeping with, like, the whole Artist Way vibe to, like, use childhood stickers as well. So it's all very, like, kiddie and fun and cutesy and exactly what I wanted it to look like. Well, in a way, I guess I didn't really have, like, a set plan of what I wanted it to look like. I just had, like, a vibe, you know? But anyway, that was really fun. That was a little bonus. Also, sorry, just the penis candle right there. It was a gift. But we are here to randomize the film that we're gonna watch. So first of all, I've got all the streaming services that I have. So let's go through them. So I've got Disney Plus, Sky, Now TV, ITVX, Sony Pictures Core, BBC iPlayer, Netflix, and Prime Video. So we got a lot of options. I do also have Crunchyroll. Well, I have it. James has it. I'm not super into anime, but I was like, you know what? I'll put it on there. But I checked the app, and like you can't really filter by movies or anything. So it would kind of be impossible to find a movie to watch, I think. At least randomized, you know, I don't think that would work. So I kind of like, yeah, copped out there, but is that the right phrase? Anyway, right, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and randomize the subscription service, and then I'll go and check the app and see how I think it will be best to randomize on like their system. So let's go see what we get. I don't know if I have a preference. Oh, probably that was not my preference. Okay. ITVX. This is an interesting one because ITVX has some of their own stuff. I think ITV, like, obviously, they produce their own stuff. but they also show other films. So I guess this is actually going to be like a good selection of things. All right, to the TV. Okay, supremely weird angle, but this is the only way I could think to get like me and the screen in. So, right, so let's go to ITVX, and then they do have a film category, so that's good. So there's like, oh, there's like sport and stuff. Oh, okay, right. So these top categories just take you to like categories that have TV shows and stuff. So we want to stay just on film. And then it has like, I guess these sections like make it a movie night, fresh in. Okay, so we've got that. I don't know if I want to watch Harry Potter. All right. Okay, there's a good few selections. And then at the bottom, we've got all the Carry On films and Bollywood. I don't know if I like Bollywood, but I guess I've never actually watched like a whole film, so I'll include that. I'm not going to include the Carry On films. I've seen enough for a lifetime. I don't really need to see more of them. Also, this guy kind of looks like my granddad, and that makes me sad, so I don't have to watch it. Oh my god, what if I get like a really scary film? Oof. Oh good, but then each section tells you how many films are in the section. So we will randomize a like category, and then we'll randomize a number within the category. Okay, let's go. Okay, I've just input all the things onto this wheel, just excluding Harry Potter and the Carry On films. I don't need to watch those. Yeah, I don't actually know that there's any section I don't really want to get Bollywood. Other than that, I think anything would be fine. Let's just go ahead and see what we get. Why am I nervous? This is meant to be like fun, no? Oh. Okay, we got killer thrillers, which I love a thriller. The killer part, I don't know if that means it's going to be like a lot of actual killing or if it's more so just like, it's killer. So we'll see. That kind of makes me a bit nervous, but it is broad daylight and, you know, will be for many hours after the film, so I should be okay. I love a scary film, but just sometimes I watch them and the paranoia just really, it gets in there. So let's see how many it's got in the section. 1 second, I can do it from here. All right, I'm looking. I won't show you, you can just trust me. Okay, we got 51. Random number generator. I did that the last time. Right, so we got 1 to 51. Can you see? All right, and let's generate. I feel nervous. If it's a film I've already seen, I'm not gonna watch it. I think the idea of this is to like explore new things, right? Even if I've watched plenty of thrillers. So yeah, if I already have seen it, I will redraw. Okay. Oh, we got 51. Okay. Should I turn you? Do you want to see the big reveal? All right, so 51 will just be the very last one on the section, right? What have we got? Oh, is it Jurassic Park? Okay, well, I've seen Jurassic Park recently. Okay, let's do it again. We just do this a million times. I flip you back and forward. All right, generate again. 12 this time, 12. Follow me. I'm having way too much fun with this if you couldn't tell. All right, back up to the top. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got to be kidding me. I've definitely seen this. I told you we're going to keep going back and forward. There's plenty on here I haven't seen. I'm not recognizing a lot of the posters, so there will be one I've not seen. Generate 34. Let's go. Is this good content? Okay, so that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh no, 33, 34. Oh, Sabotage. Hitchcockian thriller about London terrorist starring Oscar Homolka. A Scotland Yard detective goes undercover to track a cinema owner involved in a bomb plot. From 1936. Okay, well, this is going to be different. Okay, it's 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's not even long. I guess I'll give it a go. This is definitely not the kind of thing I would usually pick, so... I can't believe we got Jurassic Park, Godzilla, some film I've literally never heard of. Sabotage. Okay, let's go. Okay, hello. I just made myself some breakfast. I literally made banana pancakes just for, like, no reason. Fun. And I put like yogurt and maple on top, so it looks kind of gross, but I'm pretty hopeful it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to kick back with my pancakes and let's watch this film. I'll let you know how it goes. After the ads, of course. Guys, these pancakes, banging. Alright, I just finished watching the film, so I thought I'd give like a little, I don't know, review, thoughts. I would say for the fact that it was a really old film, it didn't feel like, I feel like sometimes old films are like, all the acting is terrible and, you know, it just feels just rough the whole time. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. The story was good. I actually really enjoyed the story. There were definitely bits where I was like, what's happening? Like, it did have that sort of thriller element, maybe not so much as like a modern day one does, but I guess that's like my sensibilities are like, that's where they are in the modern day. Whereas like, I can see if I watched this in like 1936, I would have been like, ah, crazy. Yeah, great story, like pretty good acting. Visually it was pretty good. There were like really only like one bit where I was like, oh, yep, that's like, you know, just like sign of the times, like obviously no like digital effects or whatever. Like with the explosions and things, that was a little bit like, oh. I do also feel like just such a multitude of sins are hidden by the fact that it's in black and white as well, so. But overall I enjoyed, and I definitely am glad I did this. I would have never thought to watch this. I think I've only ever seen one Hitchcock film before. I've seen Psycho, which is Hitchcock, right? I'm now doubting myself, but I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, so good in that way, because like a very well-known director, like very sort of classic thing. So, you know, good to experience more of that and watch a film I would have never chosen. And yeah, I did actually quite enjoy it. I feel like though, if I watched a modern day film that was an hour and 17 minutes, it would feel like it went by in a flash. This didn't drag, but I think just because they had such a slower pace, it just like, it still felt like a full-length film, whereas I feel like an hour and 17 is so short. But they really managed to fit in like a whole pretty well fleshed out story that doesn't feel rushed in an hour and 17. So pretty good. I'm sure my review of a like 90-year-old film, oh my god, yeah, 90 years old, crazy. Yeah, I'm sure that's, you know, really groundbreaking. But yeah, I enjoyed it and I'm glad I've done this. This is definitely something I had considered doing this previously, like the whole random generate what film to watch or whatever. So I might do this again in future, especially when it's like, don't know what to watch, like. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would highly recommend doing this actually. And obviously you don't have to like pick between a whole bunch of streaming services or whatever. You can just like pick one and then even just like sort of randomly scroll or whatever, eyes closed, until you like land on something. But yeah, good to get out of sort of your comfort zone. I mean, I could have very easily pulled a film that was well within, but I guess that's the thing of doing it more than once as well. Like maybe next time I would pick like a kid's animated film I've never seen before, but that's likely to be sort of up my street, you know. Anyway, I will see you later in the week. All right, it is now the end of week 6, so I thought I'd do my check-in. I've already written it down. So first up, this week, as I already said earlier in the video, was the first time morning pages I am 6 out of 7. I didn't do them all. And obviously I spoke all about why that was, because essentially I just got so in my head that then eventually I forgot to do it. The book then says, for this section, have you used them to think about creative luxury for yourself? I haven't. I have found a lot with the morning pages that I maybe need to direct myself a bit more to actually discussing creativity and like the artist way and stuff. I do sometimes, but I think mostly they become like a little bit more of a journal for me, which I think is good in its own way, but I never discuss like the theme of the week or anything, which is probably not good. So no, I have not been discussing creative luxury. This week has been a lot of discussing like plans and things that I'm worried about and stuff. It's been very like Dear Diary this week. As for my artist date, yes, I did that. You guys obviously saw that. That was really fun. And yeah, I think I probably already said this, but what I just really liked about that date was obviously randomizing the thing meant I got something that I would never consider watching, which was really good. It was kind of like a best case scenario that I got something like so out of my comfort zone. Like I'm really not like an old film gal. Also, by the way, sorry, I've got like a hairband and headband and let me take them off. But yeah, so to watch something like that was like something I would never consider doing, but I did really enjoy it. And it was very different than films I would usually enjoy in lots of ways, but did also have some things. So you're like, okay, yeah, I can see how that was a good bridge for myself, actually. The randomiser picked well. And I did also think I made those like little banana pancakes for myself and stuff. And I kind of did it without thinking. It was just one of those things I was like, oh, I've got bananas to use, I'll make some pancakes, like that's really nice, I'll add some yogurt, blah, blah. But I was like, that in itself I feel like is a little bit of that like creative luxury. Like I sort of like took the time to like make something a bit different for myself, to like make the artist date like a little bit more special. So I feel like in that way I sort of let that come through. In a more monetary way, this week I bought myself a new tablet, but it came yesterday and it's so cool. I'm so excited. Basically, I want it for when we go traveling, mostly just because things like booking flights is such a big screen activity, and my current laptop is like way too big to like travel with. It's like chunky, you know? So I got like a 12-inch Microsoft Surface Pro 7 or something. So it's like a super old model, but it was cheap and secondhand, and that's kind of the vibe. But other than obviously using it for more like practical things, I am also kind of hoping I can maybe do like some like editing on there and stuff. Sorry, I just saw that they've approved my passport application. You know, I said that this week in the morning pages I've been speaking about things I'm worried about. I think maybe at least 4 pages have been almost entirely me speaking about how I'm stressed about my passport. And they just approved it. Stunning. Okay. Synchronicity, guys, synchronicity. I did miss that bit out in the check-in because I don't really feel like I've noticed any synchronicity this week. It also asked about problems, and other than the things that have already been discussed with like the morning pages and missing the page because of the perfectionism vibe, nothing else particularly. Wow, okay, I've fully lost my train of thought, but yes, those are things that have been happening. Right, but that is the end of week 6. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, we are now, oh my God, I just realized we're halfway through the process. Yeah, we're now into week 7. Oh my God, yeah, I've done 6 out of the 12 weeks. That's kind of crazy. I feel like it's flown by in a way. Crazy. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, all the fun things, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.